And you know, we on the road, on the road, riding with the top down, yeah. I'm with my shorty, she gon' drop down, yeah. I'm on a high, I'm feeling way up, yeah. I'm in that new fit looking laced up.
Good morning, this is going to be an exciting trip, vlog number 2. We are off to Colombia for the Admin Mastermind. Right now I'm in Madrid, got here yesterday. I actually used to live here a couple of years back. I know my way around it, really nice city, and actually just met up with a client for dinner last night, and I'm going to meet up with another friend today for coffee before we head out. We'll see how it goes. I've been journaling a lot recently. Not every day, but I would say 4 or 5 times a week. I'll sit down in the morning with my coffee and just journal my thoughts. If this is stuff that I need to get done, or if this is stuff that I'm grateful for, or just different lessons and things that I've learned, if that's from mistakes, if that's from what I've went through that week or that day. If you're not journaling right now, definitely give it a go. Highly recommend it. Off now to Uniqlo. Gonna get some clothes for the trip, as don't have many. Let's get it. So I'm off to Uniqlo because every time I'm with my friend Paul, I ask him the same question. I'm like, Paul, where'd you get those bottoms? He's got these bottoms, he just makes them look good. So I rang him last night. I was like, I need to know those bottoms because there's a Uniqlo in Madrid. I just like their clothes, plain and simple. But now I'm going after these bottoms that Paul has. So I'm on the hunt for these bottoms that Paul is wearing. So let's see if I can get them. On a side note, it's like 2025, but still everyone looks at you when you hold a camera up to your face, which is kind of funny, but you got to get used to it. It is what it is. Gonna try and get like way more clips this vlog. Last time it was like the whole Tomorrowland trip, and I even forgot to bring the camera to Tomorrowland, which was just like defeated the whole purpose. But I'm gonna try to get like way more clips here, and ideally I want to get so many that like people are like telling me to put the camera down and stuff like that. All right, so we got some bits. Success? I'm not too sure. Back to the hotel now, quick gym session, and then off to meet Connor before we go to the airport. Gym session done, really quick one. It was a super small gym. Dumbbells just went from 6 to 14 kilos, and then there was only one bench and like one treadmill and bike. So super small but quick upper body pump. We got it done. Now to get another coffee and then to the airport. Let's get it. There he is. What's happening, boy? Well, we're in the airport. We got some double espressos to keep us going because we're gonna basically be up till like after 2 a.m. Spanish time. Got to get some work done, catch up on Slack before the flight, as I won't be able to check in for quite a while. About 3 hours into the flight, and it's actually super smooth. Got some really nice food. This is the first time flying with Air Europa. Generally, when I'm flying, I just want to make sure that I can take use of the time. I've actually just downloaded a new book called How to Be a Great Boss by Gino Wickman. It's part of like the EOS system. As our company is growing, just really trying to become a better boss, become a better leader, see the vision of the company, where we're going, and to make sure that we can like support the people that are building the company. So a lot of the books that I'm reading, content I'm consuming, podcasts that I'm listening to, it's just all stuff around leadership, management, people, hiring. It's all a learning game, but it's super fun, and I think it's a skill that it will be with you forever. And the good thing about Gino's books is you can implement everything straight away. So he has a lot of action items, and funny enough, actually as well, Adam, the co-founder of our company, he's also the other side of this plane, sitting across the way, and he's also reading the book. However, he stopped at every point to do like the action items, and I just read all the way through. Also got business class for this flight. Most of the time, if I'm traveling like over 7 hours, I will definitely go out of my way to get business class. If you're traveling over 10 hours, it's essential. Gonna keep reading through this book. Any takeaways, I will share them with you, and it'd be also interesting to get Adam's takeaways as well.
Okay, so halfway through this book, I'm just gonna share some of like the most important things that I've taken away from it, just to make sure that there's like clear direction for every single role. So like everyone's super clear on what their roles and responsibilities are. And this is something that's like extremely simple, but it's like people won't be able to strive in their role if they don't actually know what the clear roles and responsibilities are. And then also just making sure like they have all the necessary tools. If this is trainings, if this is resources, if this is other people to support them, if this is like time and attention that they need. I think it's so important to like ask these questions and to make sure that all the team have all the necessary tools. And then the last thing is just to like take clarity breaks. I'm pretty bad at doing this, to be fair. Even though I do travel a lot, most of the time it's like for events or it's for different business stuff, and like rarely I actually take time off. The last time I've not checked Slack for more than like 12 hours was probably like Christmas time. I was in Australia for a bit at Christmas, so that was like the first time I would say in like 6 years where I went like a couple of days without my laptop. I want to be spending like days where I don't look at my phone, I don't look at my laptop, and just thinking about like what are the problems we're facing, where do we want to bring this company, how can we support everyone much better. This is one good thing I guess about having a co-founder now. It's one thing we actually said when we joined is like we need to make sure that we both take like 21 days off a year just to make sure that we can like get that headspace, to make sure we can detach, because for the last 5-6 years it's just been like all day every day work. And yes, we do travel, and yes, we'll go to different places and stuff like that, but most of the time we're still detached, we're still attached, we're still like checking Slack, checking accounts, making sure things are okay. And like yes, that's like the hustle mentality, but I think as you grow it's really important that you're able to take time off, just get clear headspace, and that's something that I want to focus on.
So we just got to the hotel. It's a long trip, tired. Hotel looks so good. So I'm excited to see it during the day. Views were crazy driving in as well. Let's get it. So we're at some Asian spot and we just had some chicken skewers and tacos for starters. Food's actually so good. This is basically in the hotel. And then I went for a clean steak just with some jasmine rice. Trying to stay healthy because pretty dedicated to the gym at the minute. So just want to make sure that protein's high, and we'll train tomorrow as well. There is a gym in the hotel. So gonna smash this, and then it is time for bed. It's kind of like end of day 0. Should be able to avoid the jet lag, which is pretty sweet, but we'll see. Good morning from Colombia. Right now it's like 6:30, so just about to go get a coffee. Starbucks is right behind us there, so I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'm actually gonna hop on some calls, which I didn't think I'd show up to, but the fact that I'm up early, I'm like, let's get a coffee in. We're at the Medellín sign behind us. Oh man, if you have nitro brew, Adam, you have to get a nitro brew. Nitro brews are the best thing in the world. These are like nowhere my favorite.
Cultural intelligence is about learning about the different cultures, and that's what I'm doing. Colombia has a special place. I say that the Colombians fostered the 3 F's: food, fun, and family. I probably should put family first. They love the family. They absolutely cultivate here, and it brings me a tremendous amount of joy.
So sat outside Starbucks here, and some guy came up to me, started speaking Spanish. I don't really speak Spanish, and then I was like, oh sorry, no español. And then he started speaking English to me, and he was just asking like, hey, can I help him out with some money, this, that, and the other. He was actually from Spain, he's from Barcelona, and then he just like started telling me his story that he lost his job, and I didn't really understand what he was kind of saying. It didn't make too much sense, but he was like asking for money. I was like, no, sorry, no cash, like I literally just got here. And then he was like, do you mind buying me a coffee? And I'm like, you know what, like if you want a coffee, I'm like, sure. I was like, I'll buy you a coffee. I was like, yeah, sure. So he came inside and I was like, do you want anything else? And he was like, can I get a sandwich? I was like, yeah, sure, get whatever you want. And bought the guy a coffee and a sandwich, and he was so happy, so grateful, which was really good to see. So that's like my good deed done for the day. He was like over the moon. He said that like he just wants something to fill his belly or something like that. So obviously you don't want to be doing this to like every single person, otherwise you literally just like give away a lot of money. I think it happens a lot in certain countries, is like people trying to take advantage of tourists, and they probably just like do it all day every day, but it's no harm doing a little bit. So a good deed done for the day. Got him a sandwich, got him a coffee, and then back to work. So just outside Starbucks, getting it done. Gonna go and get breakfast soon. Pretty cool spot. Oh yeah!
What's up, dude?
What's happening?
Good to see you, brother.
Me too.
I was only serving info, and I was only doing YouTube ads.
We don't have enough volume now, so let's just raise prices, and then we're like, after saying Hopped off the call, I texted Adam, was like, fuck, that felt good.
Did you guys decide on the cap before Black Friday?
The numbers, no, like, because we already have people coming through, so it's kind of something, we're onboarding a new account manager now. He's going to be kind of trained up. We've onboarded a new designer to get one more designer, and then we just need to get really clear on team capacity, but I'd say with people in our pipeline already, that's probably going to fill it. But I do need to rebrand everything, that's the thing, so now I need to rebrand all of the ads, like all the funnels, all the pages, all that sort of stuff, because now it's all email for brands, so you'd have a retention for brands, so we can push that messaging throughout, just to have it there to just let people know that like we're, plug some of the brands and let them know that we're stop onboarding, but you can join up for January, Or we will still sell consultant, like we said, we'll do like consultant fee, so we'll like audit your account, do the audits, and then be there to support you through Black Friday and let you know like what's working, what's not working, which will be really beneficial for a lot of brands. Do the audits and then be there to support you through Black Friday and let you know like what's working, what's not working, which will be really beneficial for a lot of brands.
Yeah, dude, that's the beautiful thing about agency services, to be honest. Like, you have so many offers you can sell to pull traffic as well to get them to the door. You could sell them the hybrid. You can sell them an audit just to get them through the door as customers, and then deliver the experience and then upsell them on the retainer.
100%, yeah.
We all have the DJI.
So I'm just going to walk through what I've been working on for the day just to give you some insight. So this morning, because I was traveling yesterday and probably went about 12 hours where I was offline, pretty jet lagged, my head was in no good place to clear my Slack yesterday. So first thing this morning, we got up quite early, hit Starbucks, and then it was just clearing my Slack. So probably spent a good hour, 2 hours probably clearing my Slack. There was close to 100 messages in there. I'd say 1 or 2 urgent things that we needed to go through. Then I just hopped on a quick internal call to go over kind of like some Black Friday strategy. Then it was like some onboarding tasks. So we've had a lot of new clients come on board in September. So it was just making sure that from the sales process, making sure that the team has everything they need, because sometimes there can be a disconnect, right? Obviously, I'm involved with the sales process. We get the clients onboarded. Then I just need to make sure that the team has all of the assets, that they have all the context, and that we have clear milestones and what we want to do for the client. This is like similar for a lot of brands that come on, but it can also vary based on the brand. Like, what is their goals? What are they optimizing for? Like, one of the brands that we just took on, and I was doing some stuff for them, was like, for them, they're not going to launch any new products this year. They only really have one product, and we're really just focused on like really just dialing in like non-buyers and getting them into buyers and on subscription. Then also just delivering like a really, really good customer experience. And for people that are not on subscription, getting them to come back and potentially buy big bundles, buy a 6-month supply, buy a 1-year supply. So it's quite different to, other brands that we work with. So it's important to figure out like what is the goal for that client, because some brands will be optimizing for email percentage, some will be optimizing for email revenue or retention revenue. Some will just look at the return customer revenue. Some will look at the profitability of the brand. Some will look at the ROI in regards to what they're paying us versus what they're getting. Some will look at customer experience. Someone will want feedback to launch new products. So there's a lot of different goals that clients have, and we want to make sure that we can get aligned with the goals of the client. Cleared Slack, done some client onboarding stuff, had a quick call, and then it was doing some like admin tasks. And then over the last while, it's just been some billing stuff, kind of just double checking all billing, kind of following up if there's any failed payments, and just if there's any transfers and stuff like that. So just making sure that all of that is good, because we have about 7 days left of the month. So it's important that we can get, all the revenue and all the cash collected before we move into the next month. So that's really it. Now what I'm doing is actually just for one of the new clients that we onboarded this month, I'm just looking over the emails that got submitted. So just giving these, an overview, and these get reviewed by a lot of different people. So we have copy done, and then we have design done, and then the account manager will generally like give the approval, and then we will have like Luke or Daniela kind of like at leadership, they will also approve of it with a new client. And now I'm just hopping in, having a look at this to make sure that this is good to go. I have 2 more calls, one on kind of like our SANA structure with our automations, because at scale it can break, so we need to troubleshoot that, which I'm kind of over. And then we have a call with Postpilot for one of our clients on physical mail, so we're putting some Black Friday strategy in there as well. And then I'll probably clock off, maybe get some food, explore Colombia a little bit more, because we are only here for a few days, and obviously 3 of those days are the mastermind, so we might go out and have a look at the city. So I do a lot of different type of training. Recently I'm back in the gym, but I've done a lot of endurance stuff before. Last year done an Ironman 70.3 and a marathon. Personally, I've had trainers in the past, like personal trainers, but I prefer to do my own thing. So right now I'm doing Jeff Nippard's new push-pull legs, which is really good. I just buy his plans for like $50 and then I just follow them pretty consistently. So today it's more pull focused, mainly just doing back and biceps, and then tomorrow will be legs. Unfortunately, I hate when there's no machines, but anyways, we will get it done. Getting a sweat on, just a quick like 20-30 minute workout, and then we'll go get some food. Good morning from Colombia. I didn't record much last night. We didn't do too much, to be fair. We were pretty tired. We were like working all day, and then we just had some food with some of the lads from the Mastermind, and then we just strolled around kind of like the local town here, which funny enough, we're actually kind of staying in the nightlife area, but we went at like 5-6 o'clock, so it was still bright, wasn't too busy. But we'll stroll down there tonight or over the weekend and see what it has to offer. A bit of journaling to start the day, and then I have some work to do. I just said I don't have calls, but there actually is a call that I have to hop onto just to make sure that there's a new client that we onboarded. I just want to make sure that everything is good there. They're super happy with anything, if there's anything else that we can do. And we have a lot more brands, like even just for context, even in the last 24 hours, we've had 4 new brands on board. And that's just not like, oh, they're interested. It's like they have actually completed the onboarding form and they're going to get started. They have been leads that we knew are going to get started, but that's kind of it now. So that will probably be the cap for Q4 is the clients that we have. So I think it's close to 55 clients now, or is 55 clients, I think. And for those of you that may be watching this for the first time, you might be wondering, who am I? Why am I flying to Colombia? What is this guy doing? So my name is Jordan O'Connor. I'm the founder or co-founder now of Retention for Brands, and it is a agency for e-commerce brands, and we do retention marketing, like email marketing, SMS, physical mail, all that sort of stuff. And the goal for us is to help our clients reduce their cost to acquire a customer, increase their lifetime value, and then build a better brand experience for the customer. And if we do all of these 3 things, it will actually raise the exit multiple for the brand. So if they were going to sell one day, to be able to sell for a much higher exit. And that's what a lot of e-commerce brands want. That's what a lot of our clients want. They want to sell their brand one day for a lot of money. I was actually just having a discussion the other day with one of my clients when I was in Madrid, and he knows someone that's going to sell for a massive amount now, and he hasn't really been in this game for too long, maybe about 4 or 5 years, and he's looking at, you know, tens of millions in an exit. But e-commerce is a very sellable business if you do the right stuff. There's a lot. It's been super fun. I've been in this game now for over 8 years. If you go back and look at my YouTube, you're able to see different videos of me talking about my journey and stuff like that. There was probably my last one where I spoke at an event. I briefly talked about some of this stuff. It's been a bit of a journey, you know, and right now I'd say it's the most stressful. We have a lot of people on our team, we have a lot of clients, and it's come into our busy season. It's nice to be able to come out here, detach, like spend some time. Then we're going to do a really big push next year. Like, we really want to become the #1 retention company in e-commerce. That's what we're going to do. We just need to spend the next couple of years really focus on that. You know, I have no other goals in business. Like, for me, it's just focusing on this company. In the past, I've had many different companies where I was doing this company and that company and e-commerce and trading and everything else. I'm trying to build a personal brand, do all this stuff, and now it's all just noise. I always mention the book Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and he talks about the focus output. For us right now, it's just focusing on this company, just focusing on growing this company, just focusing on building an amazing team, focusing on being a great leader, really just seeing how far we can build this. It's interesting because a lot of people, when they build an online agency, they will generally get to like 1 or 2 million a year and think that's the cap for that business model, because in the online kind of guru space, once people get to that number, they then go teach other people how to build an agency. But for Adam and I, we just want to keep pushing. We want to just keep pushing, and we've no real desire to do anything else. In the time being, sure, in the future something might happen, but for now, and like, we get excited, we're like, oh, should we launch a brand, should we do this? But it's like, it's just noise. It's pulling pulling us away from our main thing. So we just want to focus on the agency, focus on our clients, focus on our team. And then next year we're going to push a lot more enterprise. Like right now it's mainly like D2C e-commerce brands. We're still working with some like drop shipping brands as well. We've got some clients doing some big numbers. Like we'll probably have some clients do 8-figure months this Q4, which is exciting. Next year then our plan is to go after a lot of enterprise clients. So how can we get some of the biggest brands in the world? How can we work with Nike? How can we work with Gymshark? How can we work with Lacoste? Like how can we work with these massive corporations and enterprise clients? How can we serve them? That's something that we're really going to focus on next year, and it's going to be a long-term play, but it's going to be exciting when we get those deals, because they're 100 times the size, or 10 times the size, I guess, 20 times the size, not 100 of what we're doing now. So I'm gonna crack open my laptop, get a bit of work done. First thing I gotta do is clear my Slack. As an agency founder, there's always this like bit of a dread to open Slack. Like if I was to open my Slack right now on my phone, it's not like a dread, I'm excited and I hop in and clear it straight away. But like if you were to have a look at my Slack straight away, it's actually not too bad this morning. I cleared it last night before I went to bed, and now there's only 28 messages. So to me, like 28 messages is pretty good if I didn't clear this straight away and let it build up, because it's kind of like peak, it's midday right now. Like most of our team are kind of like midday in their working day. So 28 is pretty good, to be fair. It could be 100 sometimes. So I'll keep you updated as we go on. Talk to you soon. But in regards to output, like we're actually quite ahead compared to like where we generally are. Like I just want to let you know that, like I know I mentioned it on our first call, we'll do a big push. So I would say like with onboarding, when we like start with someone new, it's kind of like a slingshot where like we have to pull everything back to build a lot of stuff before we then actually start seeing results, you know? So even now, where we are with this account now is generally where we are with like 2 months in, because we have like all of phase 1 flows done. We have a lot of phase 2 done in Figma as well. So we're definitely like on pace, and I think we'll start to see the results really come through now that we've like got a lot of this groundwork done. I appreciate the time that you're putting into this and like giving us feedback to make sure that we can get this working. So I appreciate all your fast responses and you know, you reviewing everything. It means a lot. I know this is going to do real good come Q4. So we're actually putting together this big document, which is basically just going to be like a big Q4, like a Black Friday document. So this will basically have like offers that worked really good last year, stuff that we recommend doing, and then we'll also have like external partners that you can get free stuff off, or that like you might recommend. And it will also have like external softwares that you can also plug in. So we'll be putting all of this together in a document. This will be next month. So we're doing all of our Q4 calls in October, early October ideally. So then we can plan out offers, plan out flows, plan out everything, because for us it's like obviously a busy period. We'll probably just save that for another call and just we'll probably send over stuff before, so then we can have it as like a really, really important call, because we're only going to take these calls and ideally we need clarity on the offers then, so we can like really build them out and set deadlines and stuff like that.
Attribution is the pain of e-commerce, right? It's like, we're making this money. Where's this money coming from? What's bringing us a return? Yeah. We haven't pushed as much SMS this month, but I know we've about 5 campaigns planned for the rest of the month to do a push on SMS. So is SMS and email affiliate link different? They track it on their platform based on, it goes through Shopify, so based on the customers that they send to, then if they obviously purchase them, they're able to track it that way. Affiliate ID to the QR code, but like you said, not many people scan the QR code as you think, but we'll run the tests, the 3 tests, so it'll be about $1,500, $1,800 to do it.
So we're here with Jamel, who apparently knows of me. I don't know of Jamel, so he's gonna share how he knows me. And apparently Adam was speaking with Jamel last week. What's going on? How do we know each other?
How do we know each other? Well, you were mentioned by name by Brian when I was in Hong Kong. I attended the admin mastermind in Hong Kong.
What was Brian saying? Good things?
Awful things, man. This guy's a dickhead, you know. Don't trust the word. Anyway, I went through your funnel, your LinkedIn, blah blah, and then I booked in a call and I spoke to this fine gentleman over here.
Oh no way, really?
We had a call, man. They did a whole audit.
Yeah.
Naina, I think you and Naina are chatting right now.
Yes. Yeah. That's right.
Nice. So you got an e-com brand?
Econ brand, yeah. I do.
Nice. Let's go. Damn, small world. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because I thought I saw your name pop up in the group chat. I was like,
It can't be the same Jamal.
yeah, I was like, exactly the same guy.
Grab a seat if you want.
No, I've got to call it with my students. What's the time now? I've got to call it in 9 minutes. That's why I came down actually. So I'm gonna go and sit down somewhere. Then I'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
100%.
All right, man.
Sounds
No,
good.
nice to
Chat
meet
you in a bit.
Thanks, man. Awesome. I always tell myself I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it, but the kids have more than they need. And I've had to be really honest with myself. I'm doing it more for me.
Oi, oi. Who are you? What you working on?
We're working on ad spend AI right now. My name is Max. We have lots of caffeine. That's what we need to. It's building right now, but we're gonna have an AI copywriter that has access to different AI agents. Want to create an offer, want to create all the marketing assets that you need for your business, and eventually we're gonna get into the AI media buyer to manage all of your campaign in one place and give you recommendation based on AI. Everything is working. Let's go.
Come to Colombia, they said. But when it rains here, it pours. Let me tell you that. Fuck that. Oh my God, look at this. I've got absolutely butchered. I look like a fucking straight out of a caravan. Oh my God, I have to go home now, have a clean shave. Boss man spent like 2 hours cutting my hair and then completely fucks it up. Like, what was he thinking? Oh my God. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, they're Davidoffs, they're good.
For like from $0 to $100,000 a month, one offer, one avatar, one sales process, blah 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 blah, right? You got that, right? And then you can run ads to the one offer, and then you have 3 different things you can sell depending on the people. Obviously, that's what I did, so I'm just very bullish on it. But you know, I think it works.
Let's go. We're walking down like we're walking down like the nightlife strip, which is only like a couple hundred meters from our hotel. We're just having a quick look. We just had like day 1, I guess, of the mastermind, which is just like in the evening, meeting up with everyone. So we're just strolling here after some food and then up early tomorrow for it. But yeah, kind of get like Thailand vibes from this place. It's only like a Thursday night, so I guess it's not too crazy.
What is going on? So it is the first full official day of the mastermind. We're just in the hotel getting some breakfast now, and honestly I still can't believe I got absolutely butchered by that barber yesterday. So bad. Like, I don't know if I'm even gonna include what I look like, but so bad. So having breakfast now, it's actually quite early. It's like 10 to 7 in the morning. So having breakfast at the hotel. Then we have a bus that is gonna bring us to a big villa. And then the mastermind is at the villa, lunch provided, then dinner somewhere later on. So it's gonna be a good day. This is like the main day, a lot of learning, a lot of takeaways. And from today, there's a lot of stuff we wanna go through. So I'll keep you updated.
Let's go. We just got to the villa. Good choice, Brian.
I like it. A lot better than the Miami one.
Mastermind, day 1, chilling up here in the mountain. Today's a full day from about 9 till 5, I think, of just the mastermind. So this will be Brian going through stuff, different people masterminding, breaking down problems. There's a lot of stuff we want to go through, mainly around team structure, leadership, hiring, and also how to leverage AI more. Those are kind of some of the main things that we want to get out of the event today. Also just meeting some new people. There is a lot of people that I've already met. This is my 4th admin mastermind to be at. I know quite a few of the people here, but there's always more people that come and buy
buy like a ticket to just come to the event. So Brian does a great job of picking out great events. If it's, you know, when we were in Dublin, we went to the Guinness Storehouse, and then we went to McGregor's place in Miami. We had this like amazing studio. In New York then it was in the W Hotel. So Brian does a great job at hosting a really good event. This is just a great experience. Like, I would never get to experience this if it wasn't for, you know, coming to this mastermind. Maybe I could have came to Colombia in the future, but I never would have got to experience this, like in this amazing villa. I think it's worth about $4 million in Colombia. That's quite a lot, to be fair. I'll show you this view one more time before we head inside to the mastermind, and this probably would have been a better angle, but the light is not on my face, but so good. Trevor up here live in the flesh. Or we got Marcus.
This guy's trying to be racist. I'm just kidding.
What's Marcus do?
I'm chilling. I'm a high-ticket e-com coach.
We'll probably have some e-commerce people watching this.
Hell yeah, man. And if you're trying to learn the best from the best in terms of emails, that's
Yes,
the guy right
you know,
there.
you know.
But yeah.
Yo, Brian, how'd you find this spot? Tell the people.
So we're actually working with the realtor who's helping us find a place to live here in Medellín, and she's connected with all of the most luxury properties in Medellín. So she actually knew we were going to host a mastermind, and she was like, you could do it at a venue, but I think you'd rather do it at a property. And she sent us pictures of this one. I knew instantly, for the vibe, for the aesthetic, for what I was trying to do with the retreat experience. Saw the pictures, we booked it, and we met the owners who built this custom house themselves. Took 2.5 years, and now we're here. Clients, they're not ready for done for you. They don't qualify for done for you. And so on the sales call and on your sales calls with your sales team, it's the same thing. And I'm charging 10K plus at the time for my service. So them paying me 10K when they're making 30K, 40K a month, like that's one third of their revenue. Like they don't even probably take that much profit themselves, right? So it's obviously not going to make sense.
Most people just have the problem, and then you just need a different solution, which we don't really have. Because we were selling, when we were in the ads, it was like when people came through, it was either the hybrid or we got someone on the agency. Because obviously the LTV of agency is so much higher.
Yeah.
But now we just need to have that audit, so then we can serve everyone.
And guess what? Once they go through the done with you or the hybrid, whatever you choose to sell, you then create opportunities for sales calls with existing customers that go through this to upgrade to the done for you. You can't avoid that. Like you have to fix that issue. You got to figure out a way to manage the setters to get them enough calls booked in your calendar, qualified calls while you're closing at a 25% clip or higher, obviously, ideally. And then once you fix that, like then you're not gonna have that issue anymore. But until you fix that, you're not gonna solve it by hiring more people. More people's not the answer right now.
I'll tell you one thing that I found that's so subtle, but it helps me mentally because oftentimes I would feel guilty on those days, not answering to people. I've noticed if you do something just as small as you set your Slack message or your Slack what's it called, status, and you just set it to like doing deep work or like building this thing. Like now it just gives you that space where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna look like a dick for not answering people. They know, oh, I'm building like the AI system or whatever.
That's true. I used to do that. I'm gonna do that again. I'm taking this right now.
A bit late to be doing it.
Yeah, like I have my Slack status right now is like at like an ads mastermind, and everyone knows like we need to get ads running, so they're like, oh, Mike's not gonna answer today, but like he's doing something that's important. So it's not like this guilt of like, oh, I'm getting messages from people and they're I'm in my head thinking that they're annoyed at me and like.
Mastermind, give me one emoji. What comes to mind?
Brain.
Yeah, brain. Yeah, that's what I had.
It's the exact status I got right now.
Boom, mastermind event. It's updated.
I'm pretty sure I remember seeing it's like up to 30% of like what was spent over the last maybe 6 years or something. Yeah. That was my buddy's like helping this law firm build out their like AI systems and their lead forms. Exactly what you're saying. Just running. Have you been running Google ads over the last 5 years? Like you could be owed up to 30% of what you spent.
It's the same thing every single time, right? It's ads and organic content.
Social media, I had 0 leads per month.
You want to share about your YouTube content strategy? Yeah. I can pull up your channel too.
And you give it the script, it can't go wrong. It's literally going to model you really, really well.
So if we were to do these, should we do just like ask them to talk about their success in e-commerce and not just obviously retention? Just like, hey, we want to talk about how you've like pushed it for your brand, and just get them to talk about their brand. And like you said, they'll probably just naturally be like, oh, you guys are a big help in this. So we're big enough if you're like, hey, we want to interview you about the success of your brand, not just around like what you're helping them with. Yeah. So you're not talking about ads here, you're just talking about their business.
Yeah, and like at the start of it, I always plug it. Be like, oh man, we've been working together for 6 months. Where were you when you first started with us? Yeah. So they hear it within the first 30 seconds. They're like, oh, we took them from here to here. Awesome. Well, I can't wait to dive in and cover exactly what you've done to do that. And like, yeah, part of it is working with us, and they'll plug us throughout. But like, that's typically how I'll start the conversation.
Actually, when people know each
Just on a quick break, the thunder is just starting to come through here, but this villa is absolutely crazy. We're proper up in the mountains here. So tropical, so nice. But I just want to walk through some of the most important things I've taken away so far. And it's funny, a lot of times I come to these events, I'll take like an abundance of notes, but the last few events that I've been to, it's been like, okay, I only really need a couple of things to action from this to really make it worthwhile. So I'll go through a couple of stuff here. This is really simple, but I know for a fact that these couple of things are gonna really, really help us. The first one is just like when we're at capacity, always have something else to sell. So coming to Q4, like we can still provide a lot of value if that's with consulting, if that's with doing a full like paid audit for a brand. Like for example, if a brand's doing $1 million a month, there's probably a lot of potential inside their account for email, SMS, physical mail, loyalty, subscription, like probably something there that we'll be able to help them with based on the 50 plus accounts that we see inside doing over multiple 8 figures per month. So we have like a really good insight. If we charge them a couple of thousand, 5,000 for that audit, the amount of value that they can get, they could go make an extra 100K that month over the quarter, could be hundreds of thousands. So I think it's really important that even though our main service, we can't do this, there is something else that we have, okay? And that way we're able to not turn people away and still provide a really good service. The next is really just focusing on leadership structure. Because we've merged our companies, this was something that we're unsure about, even on like roles, responsibilities, like what does everyone do? So we got some, like a really good clear breakdown there, and other things that we need to introduce if that's, over the next couple of months, but also thinking more long term for the future and what that looks like in regards to making sure it aligns with the goals of people at the leadership team and the goals with the whole team as well. We got some really good insights there that we need to implement, and this was like a mastermind that we done where we broke it down. There was multiple people like helping us with the structure, so it was really, really good. And that's the joys of like being in a room with other people where they can help you with this. The next thing is just, I actually have the maker manager days. So right now I don't take calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but one of the guys was like, I don't even open Slack. I don't even respond to anyone on Tuesdays or Thursdays. Team just know that. So I think it's important that going forward on these focus days, maybe at the start, I'll just do it one day a week, and then I'll roll out to the Tuesday and the Thursday where I'm not even on Slack. I'm not even online. These days are focused on the high lever tasks, which are going to drive the business forward. The next thing then was just around YouTube. So for us, obviously, like I'm documenting YouTube. Obviously, I'm doing this vlog now, posting some content, but I've done a pretty bad job of like getting client interviews, client case studies. We definitely have a lot of case studies, and we've like recorded, I'd say 1 to 3 minute videos. But I think the next thing is like actually interviewing clients, getting a full breakdown from them. I mean, like, what are you doing inside your brand? What's working? And then this like gives them social proof as well and puts them on the map. So it's not just like, oh, we just want this case study, which we actually don't. We want to make sure that like we can promote their thing as well. So like just reframing that and having it as like more of a podcast and a chat, which most of our clients love having chats with us anyway. It's just like then just documenting it and then posting it on YouTube. So that's really it. There's a lot more small things as well, but they're kind of like some of the biggest things I'm going to take away and implement. And it's like these small things that you take away. It's like if you have a list of 100 things, it's overwhelming. You probably end up taking action on none of them. We have about another hour left, and then we're going for dinner, and then we're back up in this villa tomorrow as well. And there's also, this time, there's a lot of people in a similar situation to us. They're in the e-commerce industry. It's really good connecting with them, seeing how they run their businesses, different like acquisition channels and stuff like that.
Instead of like, I know Q4 is crazy busy. Instead of waiting till next year, why don't you hire someone who's like basically a max, like that's their job. Like, hey, your job the next 3 months is figure out how the fuck we automate this and how we can
we have had
cut in half.
We have had some calls, people just pitching us ridiculous prices, really.
Yeah, I think you want to find like not like an agency that works with them, but you want to find someone that like you can bring in. Maybe like put out like a job post or something. There's a lot of people out there.
We had this one guy, but he still charges a good bit, which was annoying, but yeah. We'll like share some partner stuff. If you want to do an overview video specifically like calling out our business that we're partners, we can put it in like our doc, and then like clients can check it out, because I think it is so valuable. So that will be seen across 50 plus brands, so we can do that.
We can do the same, because we don't do any we just TikTok shop and that's it. And like we're starting to become less and less of like an agency, and trying like my ultimate goal is someone pays us 25 grand and like we're not even getting on the phone. It's like
I was going to ask you that next. Like, how does that work? So someone like wires you 25k. What are like the next step? We don't have to go into too much detail, but like, is it all
25k? Then they're sending us. We take like onboarding info, which is just collecting more info. What are you guys exactly looking for? Like, what type of angles are working for you? Just that type of stuff. And then we create a campaign in like TikTok Partner Center, which basically like links us to them. And then we send that out to our whole network of creators. creators start coming in, they request samples. Samples normally take 7 to 10 days to like ship. They start to get the stuff. And then creators just start making the videos. They see videos coming in within like 14 days. We give ourselves 90 days to kind of complete the whole thing.
Okay.
And then they just start seeing videos. They just start seeing videos get posted, and they see it in their dashboard, like how much revenue is coming in, like is it working, is it
It's
not
all your custom dashboard?
all through TikTok.
Nice.
So we're gonna start.
What's your business called?
Brands Meet Creators.
So it's just so simple. Ours is retention for brands.
It's like, that's
so
what you do.
good, you know. It's like before it was email for brands, but now it's retention. But it's like simple names, man, are the best. Like I don't have to explain what we do, you know.
It's like, oh, we get it. This is what a dashboard looks like for a content.
How'd you guys get this built?
We got a full like dev team and everything.
Nice.
It
Looks clean.
Kind of expensive. And now she's on a per video basis. Every time she posts, on average, she makes about 200 bucks. So as a brand, I look at her and I go, oh, she makes about 200 bucks every time she posts. I can hire her for about $50 per video. Okay, that's kind
good
of
ROI. Yeah.
It's basically like I make the analogy when I tell people, this is like the batting average, you know?
Yeah.
I can't tell you this guy's gonna hit a home run.
Yeah.
I can tell you his batting average is like a .34.
Yeah,
This is like
so
a .2.
good.
Nice. Yeah.
Is it often you have to like kick off a creator for not doing videos or something like that?
That's like one of our biggest problems actually, is
Yeah.
like creator responsiveness, which is why I shifted to what we call BMC Max. This is the BMC Max is this like 1,000 video offer, but this is where instead of creators finding jobs, applying, negotiating rates, back and forth, all this stuff, this is the pre-approved where it's like, hey, you're pre-approved for this job, here's the rate, take it or leave it, start making the videos.
Yeah, nice.
And this is basically the fulfillment side for the 1,000 videos. So it just goes out to the network and they'll just start
The
making
last thing you want is someone paying that and then you guys not able to get the 1,000 videos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm happy to.
The level of detail you guys gave in your order was incredible.
Let's go.
You guys are just absolutely fantastic. I love working with you guys. Honestly.
Click the link below.
My friend who's there the whole time, I told him, hey, you know what? If this deal closes, you're getting an actual payout. So he's incentivized to get the deal done. So he's trying to tell me, Jamal, don't worry about it, it's fine, blah, blah. I'm like, piss off, man. It's my Bitcoin. Like, well, fuck you, bro. So in the end, he said, Jamal, I've got to write down the word, and then immediately it's in your pocket. I'm like, that makes 0 sense whatsoever. 0 cents. And then I said, you know what? Fuck it, do it. But in my mind, I've switched off because the Bitcoin is still in my exchange. So he comes around, he gets that same notepad and starts writing down all the words. So he writes down the words 1 to 24, and then as soon as he finishes writing the last word, I ask him, dude, let me see that notepad. Because I'm like, you know what? There's something about that notepad deep down that told me, you know what? That's where the scam is. He said, no, I can't. And then I've got a very long fuse. It takes a lot to get me angry, but I blew up. I'm like, dude, give me that fucking notepad. I switched. And he said, no. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing escalated. And then I blew a fuse. They walk out with the words, but obviously I've still got the Bitcoin. And my friend has no idea what's going on. He's like, Jamal, what just happened? I'm like, dude, I don't know what happened, but there's something about what just happened that's fucking dodgy as hell. He said, no, Jamal, don't worry about it. Call him back in. I'm like, no way. I said, dude, I'm telling you, there's something about that notepad. He thinks I'm being super paranoid. And then he goes, Jamal, you know what? Let's Google that notepad. It was a Mont Blanc notepad. And we Google it. And we find a video of that exact same notepad. And that's when the penny dropped. It was a Mont Blanc notepad that sends whatever you write to the cloud. So basically, when he got the phone call, someone told him he only wrote down the first 2 words, came to write it again. So the whole scam would have been that I have the words, I think only I have the words the entire time, I have the ledger, the wire never comes, they'll tell me, Jamal, don't worry about it, wait a day or two, it's gonna come. The entire time, they've wiped out the ledger, they've got a Bitcoin, no wire lands, I have no idea what's going on. And then after maybe 2 or 3 weeks of me being frustrated, I'm like, you know what, at least I've got my Bitcoin. I check it, it's not there. And I never would have known what happened. I never would have known. And I'm like, hold on, what just happened? It was done in such a clean way. And it was only because of my paranoia at that moment that made me say, no, piss off. So they would have walked away with it in complete plausible deniability. Clean.
And I just want to say cheers to you, to us, to where we're going.
Now, we living facts now. Everywhere I go, you know I'm with the team. Vinny right there on the left, he playing C's. Out in LA, everything ain't what it seems, but we living facts now. Yeah, we living facts now.
Happy Saturday once again. We're at the Click Clack Hotel smashing some breakfast, which is honestly 10 out of 10. And just want to share something about YouTube because really interesting. So the last video that I recorded as of now has 11 views, which is, you know, not the most. YouTube generally, sometimes it can be a slow burner, but this video was just like, I just clicked record, ripped it and uploaded it there and then. But it's interesting because out of those 11 people, which 2 are probably me, I've had someone reach out to me that's like, that has an agency and is basically asking for help. It's really interesting, like that's the way YouTube is, where you don't have many people watching your stuff, but it is really, really powerful. So this is just a quick reminder, if you're not posting content, if you're not on YouTube, to definitely do it. I've been doing a video a week now all year, and it's been really, really beneficial. It's more of a long-term play. Like it's not something where I'm gonna see an ROI today, tomorrow, or next week, even next month, right? Like honestly, I don't even know if I don't think I've got any organic clients from YouTube. I have had people come through, ask questions and stuff like that. And sure, I think we've had maybe some leads, you know, look at my channel, watch some videos, and I know some clients have as well. But it's not something where I'm like trying to get a massive ROI. I do think in the future it's going to be a really good asset to have for myself and for the company. But for now, it's just like putting it out there and playing the long game. So this is just a reminder, if you're not posting on YouTube, to definitely post on YouTube or some sort of platform. I think YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter are probably like the most powerful for business. But sure, like if you want to crack Instagram or TikTok as well, it's just not really what I want to do. I prefer to just like have my Instagram private really, and then just post on YouTube and LinkedIn and X. We're going to start pushing more on X as well. We're going to start making more connections there. We just hired an agency that we can work with, but I'll bring you along. We're about to go on this hike now. I think we're doing a hike and a waterfall, so we'll see what it's like.
Welcome. I'm happy that you look like very energetic. So we're gonna walk. This is a private place. Regularly people go other way. That is everybody go. This is private place. We can chill here. Tips: we need to be really careful because some places are like we have to incline a little bit. You know, like to go to Waterfall is not like a very easy, but it's not also very difficult. It's like level 4. This is the place where Escobar we used to be in the jail. I think you went to the jail with the cars. Then we are gonna walk there. When we come back, if you decide to use the ATV and go to the jail by using the ATV, it's on to you and your time, okay? And also I told to him, I want to send you the menu.
I've got a question. What about snakes and crazy animals?
No snakes.
No snakes?
Only tigers.
Okay, no problem. I don't mind tigers.
And the government had a big confrontation with the guerrilla, you know, the bad guys. Yeah. They had a big confrontation.
So we're walking up some mountain. It took us like, I don't know, over an hour to get here, like deep into the jungle. Pretty sick where we are. We're hiking up to some waterfall now. But apparently we're pretty close to Pablo Escobar's like prison that he built. If you've seen Narcos, you know what this is. And apparently like in these hills is where like he used to escape. They say it's a prison, but it's more of like just a big massive gaff from what I know. Pretty cool to be fair. Like if you watch Narcos, you gotta respect it to some degree.
Oh!
Rápido, ya, no que no pasen. Espere, stop.
Oh, I got bit. Oh, fuck. Did you get bit?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I got bit in my face.
Wait, what was it? My leg, there's I was walking through slowly, the guy told me something.
Rápido!
Rápido!
Vamos! Oh!
Be careful.
We just got to like, I think the first step of the waterfall, but the guy was telling us to be quiet and he was like, rapido. So we were like running down this. We didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Next thing we all got like bitten by some crazy bees. I got bit in my ear. I don't know what was going on. I didn't know if there's some fucking cartel attack happening. I didn't know if there was some cheetah in the fucking woods. These little flies fucking biting us.
Get some water on it. If you got bit, put some water on it. Spider!
We went to a drive-by.
What happened?
Went to a drive-by. I got shot like 3 times.
Tenemos otra.
Yo, we just got to the waterfall after a long hike through the jungle. Pretty sick. Check this out. Alright, so we're getting the waterfall. Super nice. It was so cold. And like when you actually get under the waterfall, it like takes your breath away. It was actually pretty sketch. I don't know if I filmed it all. Some of the points were pretty sketch, but it was really fun. But when we were going back through the area where everyone got stung, we had to like go one by one to make sure that we didn't get stung. A couple of people did. I didn't. I was like the second one to go through, so we just had to like be quiet and run. Good experience. It's rare you get to hike up in the Colombian hills. That back in the day was run by the cartel. Let's go. Let's go! So we're at the lobby once again. We're about to roll out to the villa. So we got a DJ coming to the villa. Dinner first. Just one last night before we head back tomorrow. When I have to go to sleep, there's probably going to be late to bed tonight, up early in the morning, and then we fly at like 6 p.m. So I'll probably just try and sleep on the flight straight away for the first little bit anyways.
We have the special guest of the evening, Arlen Moore, who flew all the way here from LA, and more importantly is going to be performing his 8 a.m. album after dinner. So if you guys want to get to know him and meet him, he actually, funny enough, was a client of mine a couple years back, and now he's doing even better. And I would suggest you talk to him, because at 9 o'clock he's going to be locked in performing for all of us, and more importantly, it's going to be an amazing experience. So grab yourself a cocktail, let's get outside, let's cheers, let's have some dinner, let's have some fun, and let's celebrate an end of Mastermind.
Let's go! Good morning. It is our last day in Colombia. Pretty tired tonight. We had the villa party last night, which was really good, and we stayed up a little bit later to try and avoid jet lag today. We'll probably just go have a look around, have a walk around the city, and then we'll have to check out and then probably just do some admin work. Been a really good trip. As I already mentioned, Brian does a great job at throwing an event and always goes the extra mile with live performers, DJ, people playing the saxophone and the violin. It was really good, like stuff that I just didn't expect. We're probably gonna join the Mastermind again for another year. There's gonna be a lot of cool new trips coming up, and yeah, it's always worth it, and you always meet some great new people and take away some really good stuff. In the Click Clack Hotel, if you're coming to Colombia, highly recommend this. In a perfect location, and food here is 10 out of 10. Hospitality is really good. Anyways, chill out today, do some work, and travel back home.
Aquí, ¿vale? Gracias.
Waiting for my bag now at the airport. Pretty tired. To be fair, I did get like 6 hours sleep on the flight, but still, because I'm jumping time zones, pretty tired. So gotta get my bag now, which should be here already. I don't know why it's not, but passport control was like almost 40 minutes or more, so that wasn't a vibe. Waiting for this and then head to the train station.
So that is a wrap. End of vlog number 2, the Admin Mastermind in Colombia. If you like this one, give it a like, give it a comment. I'll probably have one more vlog before the end of the year. It's not something I'm gonna do too often, but definitely a couple a year to give you insight into what's going on when I'm traveling, going to different events. Appreciate you watching, and until next time.